Please welcome Jack to the stage.
Thank you. Good? Awesome. Where's the time? Oh, there. Cool. Hi. This story is going to actually start in seminary in New York City in 2003 when I found out I was trans in class one day. I was taking a class on sexual ethics, and we were reading these papers about, what is transgender, and it said people who are non-conforming between their gender and their sex. And I was like, you know what? I am so good at being gay. I don't need that. Like I can't do anything else right now. That's pretty much how I felt. And then it said underneath it that it includes people who are transsexual, and I was like, oh, okay. And transvestite, people who wear the clothes of the opposite gender. And I was like, oh shit, I am a transvestite. And I whispered that in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm transgender. And I was very, very quiet about this. And in fact, it took me another 8 years to pick out my new name. And I was living in Berlin. I came home, and I hadn't really used it very much. But it's something about my name just felt really weird all along, and I didn't know what it was. It felt right, but it didn't. Like, I was named after a Barbra Streisand song, so that felt really gay and really awesome, but something was missing. And so I had this new name, and I come back, and I studied lesbian queer spaces in New York City, and there was only one kind of space I hadn't been to yet. And I was just like, do I have to go? I have to go. If I'm going to write about this, I need to go. And so I go to a sex party. And I'm like, I'm not really going to talk to anyone. I'm going to be super low-key. I wear all black. I'm like very serious about everything. And as soon as I walk in, I hear, Jen, you're back from Berlin! And it's my transcriptionist for my dissertation. I'm like, oh, hi, Teresa. It's nice to see you. Actually, I'm going by Jack. And she's like, oh, okay, what pronouns are we using? Okay, good. Everybody, this is Jack! And so I meet everyone at the sex party. And I make all these new friends. And in fact, I meet somebody, we wind up talking, we hang out, and we exchange numbers, and we meet up later, and we start dating. And so I meet all of our friends, and I'm Jack. And so I started this world where I am Jack, but I'm not. I haven't really told my friends. And I suddenly got a new job. I'm defending my dissertation, and suddenly I'm going to have this new job, and I want to tell everyone, but I don't know how to tell everyone, and I really don't know how to talk about it. Like, I can't do this at all. Like, what's happening right now is a miracle. And so what I do is I just change my email address and my signature to my email. And I kind of mention it to all of my friends. And I tell everyone in my new job, which is in the same actual university, 2 floors down, that I'm Jack. And I'm just like going for it. And a couple of months pass, and I'm at this, I would say, a family gathering. My academic friends are just a total family to me. And I'm standing next to a Not who identifies as a pushy Israeli. So just to set that up with a Not. And I ask her for the hummus, and she's like, what? Yeah, it's so good to see you, Jen. And I'm like, actually, I'm going by Jack. She's like really, really loud, too, by the way. Let me add that. She's like, what the fuck? I'm not calling you Jack. You didn't even tell any of us. Like, how dare you? I can't believe you didn't even tell any of us. And the room is like totally silent. And nobody says anything. These are my brothers, my sisters. And all of a sudden it erupts. I'm like, if you want to think about your gender and how it relates to your name and the entire arc of your story and all of your body parts and how you feel about them and what that means to your mother and your father and who you are and where you want to live and how you can marry, sure, we can sit down and have a conversation. She says, fine. We still haven't had that conversation, but I really don't push it past a Not. I'm sure she's thinking about it still to this day. And the story kind of came full circle for me because this is what I was thinking about a week ago when I was sitting for about 5 minutes, actually, waiting for the judge to call my name in probate court here in Portland, Maine, to change my name to Jack. And I was really, really nervous because, like, what if it wasn't allowed? Somehow it wasn't allowed. There's a lot of divorce, a little bit of emancipation, more divorce, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And I really I can't breathe. I'm just kind of like, oh my God. And I'm thinking about all these moments in my life and like, is this right? What am I gonna do? Oh my God. And finally he calls me up and I'm sitting there and it's really, really, really quiet and he's scratching, he's got a very furrowed face. And finally, he looks up at me and he says, "Is it Giesking or is it Geisking?" I said, "It's Giesking." And he's like, "Great. Well, Jen Jack Giesking, that is your name." So, hi, my name is Jack. And thank you so much for having me here tonight.